What's up, guys? Mad Fragger. I'm back again and I got another fragrance review video for you. And today I want to share with you 3 fragrances that are inspired by the house of Amouage. Now, Amouage is a niche fragrance house that is, the fragrances are very expensive, very artistic, and way out of my price range. So I was looking to find a budget option for some of these Amouage fragrances that where I wanted to enjoy the experience of Amouage, but within the budget space. So I've got 3 here that I found that I want to share with you that I think are really good, and let's go to it. The first one is going to be Shiaka by the House of Codlage. I've talked about this on the channel before. I really love this fragrance. It's one of my favorites in my collection. I got a decant of Reflection Man by Amouage and just fell in love with it and had to find something in the budget space. And this one is a great fragrance that's inspired by Reflection Man, and it is a really good one. The quality here is excellent. The performance is well above average. And what you get here is a beautiful, opulent, expensive smelling, gentlemanly fragrance that uses white florals in a very masculine way. And it just comes across so wonderful. This is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, and one of my favorite fragrances. The way that they use the florals in this are just beautiful. As it comes to the House of Amouage, a lot of their fragrances are very artistic and can be challenging. This is one that is, or at least the fragrance that this is inspired by, Reflection Man, is a fragrance by Amouage that is more on the wearable side, very versatile, office friendly, people friendly. It's not a fragrance that's challenging in the least. This is one that's going to be a safe blind buy. I don't see anybody being offended or anybody not liking this. Great fragrance, great quality here, and Codlage did a wonderful job of duplicating the Reflection Man DNA here. And aside from the fact that they could have done a little better job on the bottle, because Amouage, their bottles are just as much works of art as the juice that's inside of them. And as fancy as their bottles are, Codlage could have done a little better job on the bottle here, so I give this one like a 9.9 out of 10. But other than the bottle, this really checks all the boxes, and it is a great fragrance that I highly recommend you picking up if you're looking for a Reflection Man clone in the budget space. That's Shiaka by Codlage. The next one I want to talk about is by the House of Afnan, and that's going to be Supremacy Incense. Now, this Supremacy line by Afnan has a few really, really good ones in it that I've heard really great things about. And this one here is inspired by Interlude Man by Amouage, which has been called the Blue Beast. And it's just a very powerful nuclear style of fragrance as far as performance goes. And Afnan did a great job with this one, not only at replicating the scent profile, but the performance on this is massive. The projection is great. It's a room filler type of fragrance. It's going to get you noticed, but it is challenging. It is the subjective style of fragrance, an artistic style of fragrance. It's very incense heavy, and there's frankincense and myrrh and olibanum, and it's very resinous and dark and deep and mysterious. This is one, it's kind of like a churchy type of incense kind of thing going on here, and maybe some of you will know what I'm talking about when I say that. Excuse me. This is just an excellent representation of the fine fragrance of Interlude Man. It smells expensive, it smells of great quality, and if you want to get that Interlude Man experience at a budget price, this one is going to do that for you. And the presentation on this is absolutely gorgeous with the gradient design here. The cap is heavy and metal and really, really good atomizer on it. This is a great fragrance that I don't think that anybody, as long as you're somebody who is going in, you understand that, you know, the style of fragrance this is. If this is what you're looking for, though, is something that's going to get you in that space of Interlude Man by Amouage, this one's going to do that for you. This is a great one. I know there's other Interlude Man clones out there, and I have tried a couple of them, but this one, in my opinion, really, really good. I highly recommend picking this one up, guys, if that's what you're looking for. So that is Supremacy Incense by Afnan. And then the last one that I want to share with you guys, this is a milestone fragrance, and there's 3 of these in this line that I'm aware of. There's 3 of them, and the spelling of this line is M-O-U-J, and I'm assuming that they intend for that to be pronounced Mouage, because I think it's just where they just took Amouage and just cut it down and, you know, clipped it down to Mouage. And that's why I think that's the way it's meant to be pronounced, so that's the way I'm going to pronounce it. So it's Amouage Jubilee 26. And this is inspired by Amouage's Jubilation 25, which is a fragrance that I haven't had a chance to sample. I would like to sample it one time, but I haven't yet. But talking about this fragrance in and of itself, first of all, as for a milestone fragrance, which milestones for me can be hit or miss. Like, I've gotten some milestones that fell short of the mark, and I've got a couple milestones that were really good. This is one of the ones that's really good. This is a hit as far as I'm concerned from milestone. This opens up with a blackberry and black currant that is, you know, it's a really nice kind of fruity, slightly sweet fragrance with, you know, there's some myrrh in here and incense and definitely Middle Eastern kind of vibes. This is dark and mysterious as well, and great for cool weather, as is the Supremacy Incense. Really great for cool weather. And this one here, the performance on this one is very good for a milestone fragrance, especially, and for a fragrance that you can pick up for $15 at your local rack store. Performance here is good. It's above average. These other 2, well above average in performance, 8 hours plus, and great projection. This one, above average, really good projection. Going to give you maybe 6-7 hours off of my skin, at least, and very good performance. I wasn't disappointed by the performance here at all, and the scent profile is very, very opulent. This smells to me like a perfume that, like a Saudi Arabian sheik or like an Arabian prince or like some type of like royalty would wear. Like, it's got a very royal kind of feel to it. Smells really high end and expensive, and they do a really good job of capturing the experience that I'm sure that you're going to get from Jubilation 25. I think that they did a good job here with this Jubilee 26 at you know, giving you that experience. Although I haven't smelled the Amouage version, granted, this one does kind of vibe up with what I've heard about the fragrance Jubilation 25. This one kind of vibes up and matches up with what I've heard about it, and by itself, standalone by itself, just as a fragrance that I picked up at my local rack store for $15, definitely exceeds, you know, my expectations for what I paid for this. This one and these other 2, all 3 of these that I've discussed, they all outpace their price point. Every one of these are great quality and performance for what you're going to pay for them in the budget space. especially this one being, like I said, a $15 rack store fragrance. I was pleasantly surprised by the scent profile here and by the performance that I got out of this for what I paid for it. And they kind of, the cap is very light and cheap, but they, I got to give it to them for an A for effort. Where they tried to, if you've seen the Amouage bottle, they kind of tried to emulate that kind of a Amouage look with the cap here. And the atomizer on this one is one of those, I'm sure that you've noticed that a lot of these rack store kind of cheapy fragrances got this beautiful fire hose atomizer on them that it's a good pressurized atomizer on here. And the atomizer on these other two, they're not pressurized, but they're not slacking in any way. You got good atomizers on all these. And just overall, if you're looking for fragrance in the budget space that's going to get you close to that Amouage experience, that's going to get you, in that area at a budget price point, all three of these are going to do that for you, especially Shiaka by Kadlaj. It's a banger. But yeah, guys, if you are looking for a if you're looking for an Amouage clone in the budget space, all three of these are really great, and I recommend all of these to you guys. Check these out, pick these up. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. I'm the Mad Fragger. Thank you for joining me for another video today, and I will see you next time.